Supreme. Supreme rising, my people. Supreme rising. Supreme rising. Supreme. Supreme rising, my people. Supreme. Abundance and gratitude. Supreme. 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 Abundance and gratitude. Supreme rising. Supreme rising. I'm here in Philly. November the 30th on his Gregorian calendar is 7:56 a.m. And I had to come here and take care of some things this morning. But I want to show y'all something. I just want somebody can please explain this to me right here. So we're gonna start right here. Now, normally when I do my camera, let's see what we're looking at. Hold on. So listen. The best thing for me to do is turn my camera to the side. Hold on, let's see. Let's go with this. Look how low this is. Look how low this is. Where we at? Where is it? Hold on. Oh, my camera is blurring out. Look how low this is, though. This is low. This is extremely low. Oh, there we go. Look how low that is. Look how low that is right there. I'm nowhere near the airport. Look how low that is. And look at the energy that's coming off of my phone picking it up. So, listen, look how low that is. Now, hold on. Let me go over here real fast. Let me just look at this thing. Let me see something here. All right, here we go. Pulsating sun. I just need somebody to explain something to me, right? Now, clearly, right, as you can see, this green orb and this pulsating light right here, right? So now I want to ask y'all just an honest question. This is on the right-hand side of on the sun. This right here is on the right-hand side of the sun. So I want to ask y'all, right? Stationary object, big white ball of light, okay? So now, let's go right here. Oh, something gotta be wrong with me. Something's literally gotta be wrong with me. How is that possible? This is on 180 degrees. That's not my hand that's moving like that, my people. That's not my hand that's moving like that. And then look. Let's see what that is. Guess that's an airplane, huh? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But anyway, back to this object right here. That's not my hand moving like that, people. Because that was the case and my hand would have been like that when I was on the other object that was moving in the sky. That's not my hand. But anyway, it's all good. So we go here, right? We go here. And all I do is turn around to my back. And this is what I see. 180 degrees. And all I do is turn back 180 degrees. And this is right there. That's all I did. Y'all see me, you see the camera turning around. It's not like I'm making this shit up. Look, 180 degrees. Look. Bam. And then, bam. Let me take a deep breath on this real fast. Take a deep breath. This is it's an amazing time to be alive. That's all I can tell you. All I can say is that everybody can sit there and think, what are you saying? What am I saying? I ain't saying anything. This is what I'm saying. That I tell you what. This is what I'm saying. That those that are mixed cell organisms, meaning that you had to take from another organism in order for you to exist, in order for your organism to exist, you had to extract genetic information from another life form in order for your life, in order for your organism to be alive. You are in trouble. You are in trouble. And let me tell you why the truth is gonna hurt so much to you, and why you're gonna be in so much such trouble is because you're living off of what you would call psychological slavery. That's what this is. I got my rough look on, people. You see I'm pineapple all rough. I like my rough look. You know what I'm saying? I like my rugged look. I wasn't supposed to get up anyway. So anyway, not this morning. But who cares? This is what I'm saying. This is not an end. What more did I? If you see, this is when people watch a short bit of my video, they be looking at my videos and they be like, "Yo, who is this fucking Amunra?" I be seeing this shit over here, and then they look at a snippet of one of my videos, and then they be like, "What are you talking about?" And then and every video, all I speak about is genetics. Every video, I'm speaking about genetics. You know what's happening? As much as I speak about genetics, as much as I show you the references is where I get my information from, or whatever the case may be, people are not doing their own individual research. So people that's not doing their own individual research, you think that you need to hear a bomb, a gun go off, or a grenade go off, or a helicopter, or some sort of aircraft, you understand, to be flying in order for you to know that there is a war going on. See, you need to know that. You need to see energy beam weapons and shit. You literally need to see that in order for you to believe that there is actually a war that's taking place. I don't need to see that. I already know what's taking place. We've been at war. See, other races of people are now catching up to the war, but we've been at war. See? And people be like, "What you mean, Kala? What you mean other races of people be just now catching up to the war?" Because they always been, you got Iraq, you got Afghanistan, you got Japan, you know what I'm saying, with the atomic bomb. No, they just now catching up to the psychological war. But we been at war. The participating in the physical war is nothing, but to participate in the psychological war, that's the danger. That's the part they don't want to that's the part they don't want to deal with. That's why they have no problem with picking up a gun and shooting you, or dropping a bomb on you, or lynching you, or killing you. Because see, the psychological war, you have to deal with that. That comes from that tells you who you are. See, you can't sit in front of you can't sit in front of me and let's talk about the bad education system, because I'm going to tell you right from the jump, the education system is not bad. It doesn't fit everyone though. See what I'm saying to you? For people that don't have any existence on this planet, don't have any identification to the planet, the history fits you. The education system fits you. So I'm not going to say it's bad. You understand what I'm saying to you? It fits you. Because if you want something to fit you when you don't have any existence, I completely, totally understand. But it doesn't fit us. That's the problem. And when we break that down, whereas though we don't got to go into well, who was teaching who first and all that. All you got to do is just say who was here first, what cell was here first, what organism was here first, and what organism possessed the intelligence of mathematics, science, astrophysics, geology. Well, what species mastered those different categories of science first? Who did that first? We did. So if we did it first, how is it that they're coming after us and then telling us how to do it? That doesn't make any sense. So when so as much as people want to get mad at me, as much as people want to say things about me, and it's not everybody. It's a small few because the other ones don't want to have it, don't want too much attention because everybody's starting to think now. But the ones that do, the only ones that want to argue about slavery, the only ones that want to argue about what continent we're from, is the ones that still believe that we are all the same. That's it. And they and not one biologist, geneticist, or neurologist, or chemist, not one of them can say that we're the same. We're completely, totally different species. We're like water and oil. We're like night and day. We're like the sun and the moon. That's completely, totally different from each other. Completely opposite. It doesn't work together at all. So until people realize that, more importantly, my species is starting to realize that, and other species are realizing that the lie in which they have accepted is now tumbling down like the towers, like the twin towers. And people are upset because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day of their day, it's all boils down to genetics. It all boils down to. That's what it boils down to. So no matter how much they spray the skies, no matter how much pollution they put in your water, no matter how much they try to vaccinate you, no matter how much fear they try to put in you with the crime rate, with the economic system, because you can't pay your bills, you're in fear of this, that, and the third. No matter how much of that's going on with you, we still prevail. They still can't keep you down. They still can't break your connection from the cosmos. That's up to you. That's up to you. That's nothing that nobody else can do that. You have to do that. And I got this one person on here that, like, this individual right here, I'm gonna pin who he is. Like, I pinned this comment, right? I need to see chains and wings. I need to see chains and wings to see that to see that you've been a slave of the war, claim you. See, this is what I'm saying to you. Like, when you're dealing with people that don't have any type of thinking, and you want me to empathize for you, and this is what I'm telling you, I don't empathize for the species that evolved to the point where, though, that your brain has grown past the primitive state, but you choose to sit in your primitive state. So no, I don't feel any empathy for you. You can go ahead and talk whatever you want with your God, this, that, and the third. But again, like I said to you before, and I'm always going to ask this question with you: why did God use animals to put you together, but use the stars to put me together? That's all I ask a question. Why did God use animal genetics to put you together? Why did the Most High, whatever religious book you believe in, why did he use chickens, worms? He used the most nasty and the most trifling, fucking foul, coof animals to put you together. I'm being honest with you, and you're mad at me. Go look up the characteristics of all those animals. Zebrafish. Go look up the characteristics of a muskrat, a mouse. Go look up what you want. I bet you your wife don't have no. I bet you right now the eukaryotic cell, if they seen a mouse run through their house, the woman there scream and holler. But that's your genetic makeup. That's part of your parent. That's your cousin. That's your distant cousin. Fuck around, be your motherfucking aunt, your mother's aunt. I'm just being honest. See, this is what I'm saying. This is, and I'm not trying to be rude and disrespectful. This is a biological, scientific fact. When you see the chicken, when you see the muskrat, when you see the rat running down the street, when you see the wolf, when you have a certain attractions to animals based on the genetic material that's in you. See, let me just make this perfectly clear. The reason why the males, other races of males, have no problem with practicing homosexuality, aka or European race, Asian race, Arab race, the reason why they have no problem with practicing homosexuality and sleeping with young children is because males have been spliced with a male monkey, but all the other animals' genetic material is all females. So you understand what I'm saying to you? So let me make this very clear. So they've been spliced with a male. They share 99% genetic material with the male. But the worm, the fruit fly, the muskrat, all that shit is female. So you understand? So they will have no problem with going both ways. That's why they suffer from what you would call they suffer from sexual dimorphism. It's called sexual dimorphism, when a male penis is so small that the scrotum sac is larger, or it outweighs his phallus, so you can't even see his phallus. And this is it's called sexual dimorphism. So when you sit here, don't worry about my God. My God, biologically, the female is divine energy. You can't get on this planet without a female. See, and because it's so easy for y'all to believe that a male create life over a female, that's why I told you, look at the brain, look at the mind. Everything in nature goes through a female. You never seen a fucking male. You never seen a male hippopotamus rib come out. You never seen a fucking lion rib come out. You never seen nothing, no other. See, when you listen to the story, it's like you telling your kid a bedtime story just to make the kid go to sleep, like a fairy tale story. And you gotta be. That's why I told you got children and you got grown children. So when you listen to the story and you be like, God damn, that's some real kid shit to be telling somebody. And I can't believe that I literally believe that bull crap. Like that's really fat. That's really false. So when you sit there and you think that a man gave life when a man doesn't give life, you understand what I'm saying to you? He sparks the seed inside of a woman, but y'all genetic makeup is different from ours. So the way we procreate and continue life is different from the way that y'all procreate and continue life. So you can get mad at me all you want, and I don't care. So look at once again, people. So when other races of people watch my videos, they be like, well, he sound racist, this and the third. I don't come on y'all stations and being ignorant and foolish. I don't speak ignorant and foolish talk. When everything that I said, you can back it up and look it up through science. So anyway, your God that you constantly come here to me and talk about your God because you have no other way to prove your existence other than some fairy tale individual that nobody has ever seen. So your God, according to biologists and science, your God hasn't been here since for over 4.5 billion years. So now all of a sudden now your God was here. See, the story doesn't even make up. See, religion doesn't make up. Religion come from science. Science doesn't come from religion. This is what you don't understand. So y'all don't have a seed of life. And I keep telling you that you don't have a seed of life. Y'all have eggs. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, this is no joke. See, I study anatomy and I pay attention to shit. This is why, let me explain something to you, the difference with other races of men versus black men. First of all, black men, let me tell you about your semen. Your semen is not supposed to look like thick mucus. Their semen looks like thick fucking sour mucus. You ever notice that? It's the difference between us and their semen. So their semen, because their semen is mixed with all type of pus, blood, and fucking mucus and acid that's inside of them. So this is why we're complete. This is why, let me give an example. When a dog urinate outside your house, when a dog is outside urinating and taking a poop, a cat and a dog, they kill the grass and the weeds. Y'all don't know that. Their urine and poop kills the grass and the weeds. And a lot of those weeds and stuff that's growing in your neighborhoods and your community has a lot of vitamin-rich stuff for you. But that's what they do. So the same thing applies to the genetic creation that was created. They have a lot of acid and mucus in their body because, once again, here's a scientific biological fact. When you have genetic material of different animals, each animal has its own respiratory system. Each animal has its own natural defense. So what animal is it that the body is constantly? So for instance, let me give you, and each animal has its own dietary meal plan for the planet. Is in its genetic material. So a chicken and a zebrafish don't eat the same thing. So when they both eat it, and a cow and a wolf don't eat the same thing. So when they eating that right there, some of that acid is being built up and mucus is being built up in your body. So it's trying to get it out. But your body is, all organism is one mucus membrane. This is what you don't understand. This is what my people don't understand. And this is a scientific biological fact. So I'm not trying to hear anything when it comes to you and your God, because all you want to do is refer to, that's all y'all want to do is deal with an invisible person in the sky. Y'all want to point to love. Y'all want to use two things, love and that invisible God. But you have no intellect and you have no history or no scientific information to show that you have an identification to this planet. Point blank and simple. And I don't care what any of you say. So goodbye. So you had my attention for a little bit. So now I'm done. That's just point blank and simple. And I started off by showing you your demise, which is coming from the sky. Actually, your demise has come from you. What comes first, lies or truth, human or God? You see what I'm saying to you? This is what I be talking about. This is the mindset of an animal. See, he can't deal with reality. It's called cognitive dissonance. What comes first, truth, humans, or God? You gotta listen. You gotta give it credit to these people, man. You gotta give credit to these people, man. Women teaching you God's invisible. You stupid as shit, bro. What? Tell me, you see oxygen, bro? Do you see oxygen? Do you see atoms? Do you see photon lights? Do you see photon? Do you see quark particles? I'm asking you. You see what I'm telling you? This is the mind frame that these animals are in. Do you see gas, bro? Do you see oxygen when you breathing it? You fucking stupid, bro. You dumb as shit. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, bro. Doesn't mean that it doesn't have intelligence. Do you see oxygen, bro? What comes first? Liquid or gas, bro? And then what comes after liquid or gas? Solid, right? So just look at your ice cube, bro. Before your ice cube becomes solid, it's liquid. Before it become liquid, it become gases, bro. And before it become gases, it become even more smaller particles. What are you talking about, man? You fucking crazy. See what I'm talking about? This is the mind frame. Yeah, if I went into the game, if I went into the history, but I don't want to. Because you know why? Because I don't got time to read all them history books. I just stick with genetics. I stick with genetics and I seal it up. That's why, let me explain something to you. No disrespect, you know what I mean, to nobody else, you know what I'm saying? That's why I had to tell you that doctors, scientists, geneticists from other countries, nurses have watched my videos. And I'm not the only so-called black man video that they watch. It's another one. It's a couple other ones. Because they only watching people that's dealing with futuristic shit. They only watching with people that's tapping into the entirety of the cosmos and speaking about futuristic shit. That's what they talking about. Because guess what? All of them know. So that's why I told y'all, look, I posted a video. The video was up for 5 minutes. It says 777,000 people watched the video. The video was up for no more than 10 minutes. And then it went down to 23 likes. That don't make any sense. So I know who watching my videos. See what I'm saying to you? Like, I know who watching my videos. Most of my brothers and sisters that watch my videos and get an attitude with me don't understand the basics of neurology, chemistry, biology, physics. It's just basics. And I put out the books and show you where I get the information from. But unless you do the work for yourself, you always going to be looking at my videos and looking for entertainment instead of looking for enlightenment or a reminder. How about that? You're going to be looking for me to be teaching you, and then you're going to get upset when I don't teach you nothing. And I'm speaking about the things that you are still participating in the world, and which is destroying you and our race. So that's why you're mad. That's why you get upset. It's okay. It's cool. But you should be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I should be able to go in any environment and be able to defend my people and defend myself intellectually and my people. You should be able to do that. Because when you're defending yourself intellectually, you're defending your people. You see what I'm saying to you? When you defend yourself in a courtroom about some stupid ass shit that you did, that's between you and in their law. That's dumb. That's some shit. That's some personal feeling shit. But when you actually can walk in any room and defend you and your people, that's something totally different. So if I go out and do a robbery right now and I go to court, right? Am I defending me and my people? No, it's me because I did some selfish shit. It's just about me. But when you look at you and your entirety of your species, you think different and you move different. So you can get mad all you want. So let me unpin your comment, hybrid. And then, like I said, in case you ever would like to have a conversation, a real intellectual conversation where you can literally grow from and stop being stuck into your program, it's okay. I was in a program too, bro. I was a Christian. I grew up with my grandmother was from down the south. She was a slave. You know what I mean? Don't get a man no problem. Do what you got to do. My grandmother was a slave. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother stopped going to school in the 6th grade. You understand? My grandmother was always on the farm and stuff like that. So I was raised up as a slave, bro. But I made a choice to come up out of that. And if you don't use your mind, somebody else will use it for you. And you would honestly think that you're using your mind. So every decision that I was making was based off programs in my life, based off the environment that I was in, instead of looking outside the environment. So when you understand that, then you can grow as a species, bro. That's why y'all can't grow, because y'all can't look outside of the lie that was already told to each and every last one of y'all. Y'all cannot grow. Y'all can't, it's no prosper in y'all. This is why you can't look outside the lie. You know what I'm saying? See, and this is what I tell you, and it's a lot of, and it's a shame, because you see, this is how slow you are. See, other races of people, when I speak about something, they look it up, because you know why? Because my words are piercing. See, I can touch you without touching you when it comes from the soul. And so they want to be like, he's wrong. I'm going to look this shit up. And when they look it up and they say he's right, then they say, you know what, I can't say, let me just look at his videos. Because now you got what you call RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, respiratory issues, right? With who is happening with? Children and who? Older people, right? Let me just say that again. Let me rewind it for you again, because I'm quite sure you see the same commercials on TV and hear the same shit on the radio that I do. So stop acting stupid. So let me help you out, hybrid. Let me help you out real quick. Let me help you out, because this is why I keep trying to tell you. The more, every time one of you, and I'm not being disrespectful, because none of my videos says hate to you. None of my videos says that I want to do anything to y'all. None of my videos never speak about that. So every time one of y'all continue to disrespect us, when all we're trying to do is show you the light so that you can tap into yourself and your species and still share the resources on my planet, it's coming back to you 10 times worse. It's coming back to you 10 times worse. So now let me help you out with this. RSV, respiratory issues. Everyone's having respiratory. You hear motherfuckers coughing and wheezing and shit. You understand what I'm saying to you? Even some of my people, because they're breaking down too, because the universe ain't waiting for you to change your diet. You either gonna eat the gas, you either gonna eat the gases that you started off eating, or the fuck you gonna die. Point blank and simple. Point blank and simple. So here you go right here. Respiratory RSV, respiratory syncytial virus. I can't pronounce the middle name, but if I pronounce it wrong, I know the functionalities and what the fuck it is. So people be trying, you ain't pronouncing the English language. Oh, shut up. So anyway, go look around the world in Europe. Go look around the world in China. They can already lock them down again. And guess what? It's here now in the United States. And guess who is affecting? The older and the youth. And what did I tell you many years ago that was passed down through my bloodline and my genetics, that I heard from my mother's voice? She said, you may not pay today, but the atrocities that you are doing to my people, your children will pay dearly. So let me just make this very clear. The old and the young is going to die. You're going to have a lot of issues. And what's going to make people panic is the young that's going to start passing out. And what I mean by young, you have your babies, the infants. Either one or two things. You're going to have trouble reproducing, or the baby that they produce is going to have abnormal effects, is going to have abnormalities, birth defects, or the baby that you have already is going to experience certain medical conditions, aka respiratory issues, because you're going to naturally, you're just like you're like what does Shaka Zulu say about the monkey, the gold in the banana, the hungry monkey, the gold in the banana. Shaka Zulu said, if you take a monkey and you put the banana in one cage, and you put the gold in another cage, right? And the monkey is hungry, the monkey will always go to the shiny object. You see, when the monkey knows that the sun is the natural source of energy and knows that it feels so great, it's just going to be naturally going to come outside. Because you know why? Because the monkey don't want to be seen as he's something different than what he's already beat, whipped, and genocide abuse your ass to believe. Simple as that. So the younger is going to have major issues. The older is going to have major issues. What's going to freak out a lot of you people in the middle. And then the ones that are in the middle, you all are going to be put in a situation where as though you're going to be together for survival. And guess what? It's going to be cannibalism. And hold up, I was just watching a movie yesterday that, hold on, give me a second. It was a movie that I watched the other day that showed how and what they were doing. Give me a second. Was it Lord of the Rings? Would have been. I think it's Lord of the Rings. I think it was Lord of the Rings. I just was watching a glimpse. But let me bring y'all people to a show real fast. Y'all know I share shit with y'all. Y'all know I share shit with y'all. Listen to me. Superman, Lois Lane. Superman, Lois Lane. It's a series. Let me explain something to you. Yo, Superman, Lois Lane. Let me say this to you. Fellas, if y'all looking for some serious action all this shit time, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get that. It's a in-between. But when the action do pop, the action pop. But it's a, like, I had to fast forward some of the shit, you know what I mean, as I'm watching, like the drawn out scenes, like, because it's a family. It's trying to show how Superman grew up with his wife Lois Lane, and they had a family, and the trials and tribulations that they went through, just trying to show a different light. But when y'all watch it, right, because it's so much in it that I want to speak about. But season 2, let me give you season 2, just a little bit of season 2. It was this white woman that was crossing over into the spiritual realm. Matter of fact, yeah, it was this white woman that was crossing over to the spiritual realm. So she came across this pendant that was shaped in like a square or a diamond. Now, understand this. So this pendant, if you look at the colors and everything that they use, it means something. So this pendant had purple colors, high chakra colors, right? High energetic frequency. Now, the white woman wanted to merge 2 planets together. She wanted to merge because it's 2 worlds coexisting with one another, but one can't see the other. The other one know about the other one, but one can't see. But the one know about the other one and can see the other one, but the other one don't know about the other, and they can't see. So Earth, basically Earth, because Earth is supposed to be smaller, and this planet is supposed to be a big ass square. Oh my gosh, people, y'all need to watch this shit, people. Are y'all so you seen it? Oh my gosh, listen. First of all, when Superman brother was charging up from the sun, all I'm going to say is you can pull up that scene right there. Superman brother charging up from the sun. And he charging up from the sun. Look at what colors he is. Look at what colors he's changing. That's all I'm going to say. And then we flip over, right? So it's supposed to be 2 worlds coming together. But the world that's coming to Earth is a red sun that makes Superman weak on Earth. And why is it a woman standing out in the middle of space? She in the middle of space using what? Magnetic field lines, energetic frequency, magnetic field lines to pull both planets, to merge them together. Yo, y'all gotta listen. I tell y'all, I'm not hyping this shit up. If you watch the show, and everything that I'm showing you regarding the magnetic field lines, everything that NASA's scientists are letting out, it's all lines up. Everything that they telling you. Everything that they tell you. TRAPPIST system, you understand? We merging, we coming together in a whole new planetary system, Earth. Yeah, age of Aquarius, everything that I've been telling you on that shit, man, please. She was in the void. Yeah, she was in the void, pulling both planets together. And when you look at Superman get his powers from what? Charged up the sun. Listen, his brother, she drained his energy. That's why I tell you, if you look, she drained Superman energy and she killed his brother, but on Earth. But his brother had a double. Like I told you, whoever's on this planet is on the other planet, but it's the weaker side of the species on the other planet. That's some shit. When I tell you this is some deep shit, listen, y'all gotta watch. All I tell you people, just watch season 2. I'm gonna record a lot of the stuff, and I'm gonna share it. But it's called Superman Lois Lane. Y'all gotta watch it. I'm telling you, you can watch it. If you don't know science, if you don't know anatomy, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit there and be like, oh, this is boring. But if you understand anatomy, you understand science, and you understand what's happening right now regarding the sun and the cosmos, the red sun, how everything is in reverse. When the red sun came to Earth, Superman on Earth got weak. When the red sun wasn't at Earth, Superman was strong. Superman weakness was kryptonite. It's on HBO Max. Yes, HBO Max. My bad, people. Superman Lois Lane is on HBO Max. It's a series. It's 3 seasons on there. So, but everything's in reverse. So when the red sun got here, he was weak. When the regular sun, this sun here, he's strong. So now you look at us right now. When this sun is here, we are what? We're not in our strength. But when the red sun that everyone is talking about right now, even there's scientists that died talking about the red star, the red sun came here. Now everybody is starting to wake up. Everybody's starting to be so-called enlightened. Everybody's starting to tap into certain abilities, telepathy, you understand, having visions. So all of this stuff is now happening with the red sun popping up, but none of this stuff was happening. So Superman is in completely reverse. So, all I say is just listen, check that series out, man. Check that series out. If you like, mind you, it's one of those series that you can watch that John with just your queens and queens that watch like sometimes like soap opera movies. Like that's a good movie for you. The only thing is if you don't understand, like I told you, if you don't understand physics, just the basics of physics, and you be like, yo, look at the strength, look at the power, look at what they're doing, look at the sign that they're telling you, look at him, I need to go charge up from the sun. Look at what they talk about. Look at the scene when they talk about human cells. Look at the scene when Superman got his power drained and he went to his mother and he asked his mother, what the fuck? I'm human. I don't know what to do. She said, your cells can't hold the radiation no more. And then, listen, when he zapped his power, the mom said, your cells are not charging. They can't hold the radiation no more. Now, what's the smallest unit of a cell? An atom. He said it can't hold the radiation. And then when his son in season 1 started getting his powers towards the end, he started coming into his powers. He went to his mother. She was like, well, his powers are not like, he went to his father. It was his father at first. He was like, why is he not, doing everything? He said, because human cells are different. Although he's part of you, Kal-El, he still has his mother. So he has part human. So basically, in that one scene, he was trying to tell you that the human body cannot hold radiation the way that you can, Kal-El. You come directly from the sun, Kal-El. These are human people. Their cells are not built to deal with the radiation. That's why you have so much power, Kal-El. Kala. You reason why they call him Kal-El? Kala. So I tell y'all, man, just watch it. Y'all, I recommend that. You know what I mean? I recommend. Can somebody tell me why Superman can't beat Black Atom? I should have asked the other question. I should have said who was the only person that's in the comic book that beat the shit out of Superman. Because Black Adam is the sun. See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is why Superman could not beat Black Adam. Black Adam looked at him and was like, that's why at the end of Black Adam, when Superman came there, he looked at him. Black Adam looked at him. Superman told him, he said, I never heard the world this shook up since I came. Remember what he said at the end of Black Adam when he came to Black Adam? He said, the world hasn't been this shook up since I arrived. He was like, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about blocking him, but you know what? You know what they say, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to never block a blessing. Hold up, excuse me. My apologies. I don't never want to block a lesson. I don't ever want to block a lesson. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to block a lesson because sometimes, when these certain people like him come here, they come here because they have so much information and they did research that find out that the way that they are living is absolutely a complete fabricated lie. So this is why they continue to come here, because if you was deep into your truth, you would be able to convey your truth with data that everyone can search and everyone can look up and everyone can, can correlate to. I can't correlate to your personal connection with your God because I don't know who your God is, because your God could be telling you to do any type of shit right now. Like your God is telling you to lie and manipulate my people to believe that there is some individual in the sky, or your God has lied to you and told you that it's okay that I made everything on the planet as a single cell. You're the only one that I made with different animals. Everybody, everything else I put together so uniquely that it works in unison with everything else that I make on the planet. Everything. A shark works well with dolphins. You may not believe it, but it does. They work well in the ocean. Whales, everything, all aquatic animals in the ocean work well together. All earth animals work well together, except for the created species. See? So I'm not mad at you for how you feel. You can feel the way that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't never come with a personal feeling. I come with scientific facts. Simple as that. It's a waste of time to argue back and forth with somebody that don't understand it or don't want to accept who they truly are and the lie that they have. If they have capitulated to you, a slave to your lie. I'm a slave to the truth. And I'd rather be a slave to the truth than a slave to a lie. Because, you know what I mean? The truth is always going to prevail. You're a slave to the lie. So that's why you click and watch every one of my videos. You go on YouTube, you watch my videos, you report me there too. Just like, what was the guy name on YouTube that made a whole video talk about I'm the devil and I want to eradicate all world space news. Like, look at that. See, y'all all think the same when somebody fucks up your life that you literally genocided, that you abused to have. See, that's all of y'all. Y'all all feel like that. Except for the ones that deal with reality. The ones that deal with reality, click on a video, watch it, go about their business, and they say, you know what, I'm going to wait and see what happens. That's what they say. I'm going to wait and see what happens. But then you got the other ones that say, you know what, I'm preparing for what's going to happen. Because you know why? They're all telling you that the electrical grid is going to go down. They're all telling you when you're in the middle of a solar storm right now. And we have been going into solar storms for how long now? They're all telling you this shit. It ain't like it's an illusion, you know? You ain't paying attention to nature. You ever notice? Look at nature. Nature is thinning out in certain neighborhoods. You ever notice that? Nature is thinning out in certain neighborhoods, but you don't see that. You know why you don't see that? Because you live in ignorance. You know what I mean? When you live in ignorance, this is what you resort to. You know what I mean? So, this is what you resort to. Wow. 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 Hold on, let me show y'all this one more time. Let me show y'all this one more time. Look at this here. And then look. Right there. Boom. Right there. Let me show y'all this one more time. Damn. Come on, baby. Come on. Clear up, camera. Oh, Instagram, y'all some lames. Instagram, y'all really some lames, Instagram. Why Instagram doing this to my... Instagram don't want, they really some lames. Hold on, people. How the fuck is that so clear? And then all of a sudden I zoom in right here. It started blurring up. Oh, here we go. Instagram, stop being a lame. It is what it is. See how the moon is on the tilt? Don't worry about it. Nobody knows it. Oh, come on, Instagram. Come on, Instagram. And this is right over here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh. What an amazing time to be alive. See, the one thing people are going to be saying is like, they're going to be asking themselves like, how did he know? To ask yourself the question is how you didn't know. I told you we've been through this many times before, whether we were on this side or whether we was on the other side. For some odd reason, though, some of us needed to experience this side. It's for a particular reason. Why? I'm not 100% sure. The number one thing that I would tell you that I'm 100% sure, excuse me, not 100%, 999% sure about, is that we came here to raise the level of consciousness, the level of awareness, not consciousness, not to con you, but awareness. Raise the level of awareness. Come on, y'all want to see that again? I do it the long way so that way y'all can see all of it. There you go right there. Boom, boom, boom. I bet you this video gets shadow banned. How much y'all want to bet this video gets shadow banned? How much y'all want to bet that? How much y'all want to bet this video gets shadow banned? there you go right there. Right behind my back. How much y'all want to bet this video gets shadow banned? And then how much you want to bet there is going to be some bot, some robot, and say, man, the sun and the moon been in the sky. That's that's northwest where the moon is setting at. Just so that you know, that's northwest. There's going to be some fool, oh, the moon and the sun been in the sky at the same time all the time. Cut it the fuck out, bro. I've been an avid sky watcher. I always, as a kid, watched the sky. That motherfucker supposed to be 12 hours apart. 8 to 12 hours apart from each other. One's supposed to be on, the planet is round, one's supposed to be on one side, the other one's supposed to be on the other side. Stop the bullshit. What time is it where I'm at right now? Hold on, I'll let you know. I'm on the East Coast. It's 8:40. 8:40 a.m. 8:40 a.m. Don't stop that bullshit, man. Stop the line, man. We know what this is. But it's all good though, my people. It's all good, man. I value y'all. I appreciate y'all. I just look forward to the time that we are heading into. Some people are afraid of the time that we're heading into, but I'm looking forward to it because this time right here is a separation from a system that systematically is destroying us, and we don't want to face it collectively or individually. To be truthful and honest with you, so. Starseeds, your voice will be heard. I am going to start this podcast. I'm going to start this podcast where it's only going to be Starseeds 18 years old or younger. You don't have to state your name or whatever, but I am going to do a video shoot too because I'm going to have a round table. It's going to be some children from in Philly. I'm going to go out in public and I'm going to hand out a flyer. I'm going to hand out flyers so children can, you know what I mean? So adults and stuff is going to be in an environment where adults can see, they can comfort themselves if they choose to, but I don't want no adult to put their kid in fear about what the things that they're going to say. Because if you sit there and put your kid in fear because you don't want your kid to speak the truth about how they feel about in which the world in which they live, then that means you are a danger to your kid. So you get mad at me all you want because let's tell them the truth and let's just see how they react to it, or the reaction to what the children or their reaction is going to hurt you so much that you're going to question yourself and ask yourself, why did I capitulate to this? Why didn't I get up and learn? Why didn't I get up and read a book and learn to teach my children? A so-called black child educated in this system is a slave, is a uneducated child. It's an indoctrinated child. It's not a child that's going to think for itself. It's a child that's going to constantly react. Do you not know in the 3rd grade, they do a test in the 3rd grade when it comes to children to see where their reading level is at, and based off the 3rd grade reading level, where they reading at, and the data that come back for that, they base that data on how many prisons needs to be built, because they know if you can't read, they know that you are suffering from dyslexia, undeveloped brain. See, other races of people can have undeveloped brain. Other races of people don't. It's okay if they don't read. The system fits them. You see what I'm saying? Child molestation, abusing women, and then they reverse it all around on you, and you're the abuser, black man, this, that, and the third. So the system fit them, so they don't have. They can listen. I got a video where a white guy couldn't even fucking spell cat, bro. Now, this is how, listen, grown man driving in a truck, couldn't even spell cat. The woman, she said C-A-T. What did that spell? He was like, what? All she did was say the word. So you can look it up. It's a funny video. You can put funny video, woman spells cat or I, E-Y-E. And he couldn't fucking, and I'm like, what? This is y'all language. And this is what I'm trying to explain to my brothers and sisters. The English language is theirs, and they can't even master it. So how the hell somebody going to talk down about you about something that they gave you? What the fuck is wrong with you? That don't even make any sense. And then they teach your brothers and sisters that because they dealing with Stockholm syndrome and psychosis, because they want to be a part of these people, so they look down on you, just like during slave time. They look down on you. Oh, you pronounced the word wrong. Oh my God, you this, that, and the third, but not understanding, bro. Hold on for a second. Because I may have mispronunciate semi-permeability when it comes down to the membrane, the internal membrane inside of the cell. So let's just say I pronounce that word incorrectly, but I know the functionalities of that. Does that make me stupid or that make me slow? And this is the type of mentality that we're dealing with people. Because I was on Clubhouse one day and I spoke about the genetics book, and they would talk about genetics for dummies. All of them was laughing, and I said, what's your endocrine gland system? And none of them knew what the fuck it was, because you see what I'm saying to you? Because we are so small-minded of people. We have been beat down so much that we don't even understand that they're using words and trickology and giving you the information using universal law, giving you the information, but we are so pride as a people. And it's one thing to have an ego, but we are so prideful as a fucking people that we don't even want to touch it. We're afraid to look at it. If I don't get the medical book that's worth $1,000, the medical book that's $16 or $23 is not going to teach me nothing. You are a fucking French toast lie, bro. You don't need to be taught. You need to be reminded, and that's the problem with us. See, we still think we need to be taught. When you have that taught mentality in your motherfucking mind, instead of saying need to be reminded, because when you know that you need to be reminded, you can teach yourself. When you know that you can't be reminded and you need to be taught, you will learn from other fucking people. And this is why we are in the conditions we are in today. So get mad at me all you want. Get mad at me all you want. Motherfuckers logging on all the time talking about, well, what herbs should I get because my fucking legs and my arthritis and my bones are still aching. Bitch, stop eating the motherfucking sugar and salt. That's what you need to stop doing. I don't give a fuck how many herbs and plants I put together for you. If you gonna still eat the same shit, you gonna still get the same fucking results. What's wrong with you? See? Because we don't want to do the work. That's why we look down on brothers and sisters that actually do the work and then tell the truth about our work that we are not doing. That's it. That's all it is. Oh man, fuck him. Who he think he is? Talking about what I should be doing, this, that, and the third. Why are you mad at me? How am I wrong for saying to the black woman, this is no lie. I lie to you not. How am I wrong for saying that you don't even know the genetic makeup of me? How am I wrong for that? How am I wrong? I was watching a video the other day. The video said, and I'm going to use this video. I'm going to use this video. She said that y'all men do not understand how, hold on. Nigga. Watch this here. And then watch somebody get mad at me for just talking truth. This is a reality fact. When we stop allowing trigger words to control us emotionally, then we will be A-okay as a group of people. We are allowed trigger words to control us. Like, I'm your family. You supposed to listen to me. I'm your sister. I love you. I'm your brother. You supposed to, no, I'm not. Get the fuck up out of here. If you love me, then guess what? Let me grow on and be by myself. Take care of you and you. Stop giving me that bullshit. Here we go right here. I want to hear, listen.
I want to say this to the men so y'all can better understand what's really going on with us women. We are mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually exhausted in motherhood, okay?
Hold on. Now I'm going to start it over.
I want to say this to the men so y'all can better, I want to say this to the men so y'all can better understand what's really going on with us women. We are mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually exhausted in motherhood, okay? The domestic labor falls on us, and we know that society goes by traditional roles, so a lot of the household deeds fall on the women. But for us we constantly have to be attentive to what our children need when they're sick, when they look like they're about to become sick, their education, their emotional well-being, them learning, their coping skills. This is all of everything that we are paying attention to. On top of loving our children, we're trying to find spaces to be able to love ourselves. On top of trying to create safety for our children, we're looking for safety and security within ourselves. And sometimes because of all of the expectations and obligations and burdens and the load on us, we can't find that safety. So we turn to our partner, and sometimes in our partner, because they resent us so much for the transitions that we have faced in our motherhood, we can't find safety with them as well. So you have to be able to extend some.
So now, if I go and talk about this and bring reality to this, I hate women. I hate black women. That is a fucking lie. That's a lie. People gonna say, Kala, how is it a lie? Okay, let's start with this. Do the black woman teach her children? Okay, when you got sick, children, when you get sick, where do you go to? Rite Aid, CVS? Your local pharmaceutical, your local doctor. Okay. When it comes to when you say house duties, right? I'm confused. Why we're not happy to create an environment for our children to go to grow healthy spiritually and psychologically. I'm confused about this. I'm confused about this. I'm not trying to, I'm not being smart here. These are trigger words. And the reason why you're angry, black woman, and I'm telling you, you ain't listening to Kala. I'm telling you why you're angry. Because you're working for another man that you can't see. He beat your ass already. He fucked you up already. This is the problem. You can't see it. This is why you're really frustrated and angry. You don't know it. You're not teaching your children. When your children come home from school with their schoolwork, you're reading over the paper and you're enforcing the teachings that the school teacher has passed down to you. You're not teaching them. You're giving them someone else's teachings. You're not medically taking care of them like grandma used to do back in the great-great-grandma used to do back in the day. You're giving them pharmaceutical drugs. When has it ever been? When I used to walk in a house and my grandmother took pride in keeping her house clean and taking care and feeding her family. She was happy to see that. Now that's a burden. That's mental stress. It's easier to go to work. Wait a minute. I'm confused. I'm going to use this video. I am. When males out here right now are 5 times likelier between the ages of 5 and 18 years old to commit suicide. Males are 5 times likelier. Babies grow up and want to be like who they see. Who did Michael Jackson want to be like? Come on, keep it real, people. Come on, keep it real. Who did Michael Jackson wanted to be like? Come on. He even mentioned it and told you who she was. Was like a mother to him. Was like everything to him. Who she wanted to be like? Come on. Cause where their daddies at? Don't worry, I'm gonna get to that daddies too. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna get to that daddy too, because that's the first thing we say is where the daddy's at. Not a problem. I got you. I'm gonna get to that too. But we talking about this right here. The lie that we are living right here. The lie that we keep saying that children are a burden and that children are growing up that are not being taught and raised and medically cared for by the person that gave birth to them. It's by someone who delivered them or abused them. What are you talking? I'm going to get to the males too. Don't get it twisted. I got a video on here. I got a whole collection of shit on here that I want to use here. These dead ass niggas out here. Yeah, the slightest out there. But see, the dead niggas out here are the ones that are getting the JJ. Those are the ones that got multiple baby moms. See what I'm saying to you? So those are the ones that have multiple baby moms. We're not talking about a real man. We're not talking about a real man with responsibilities and self-control. We're not talking about that. But that's a lie, though. I was having a whole conversation last night about that whole video. That doesn't make any sense to me, because it's impossible for you not to know why the baby has soft spots on top of the head. And you letting the doctor tell you what it is. The same doctor that stuck fucking scalpels and shit inside your baby head to realign your baby. Because they said they was realigning the brain. Because the brain was growing abnormal with black people. Black people's brains were growing abnormal. So the doctors stick metals and shit and scalpels inside the brain, a soft spot, and back up between the cerebellum so they can realign the brain. But every baby, every time they did that, it was a fatality. Every baby died. So if you go look at Jingo told you that, gave you that scene, told you what they did with babies, but they had an adult head brain when they did it. When Leonardo DiCaprio was sitting at the table when they told when Samuel L. Jackson snitched on him and told him why they was here, because that Jamie Foxx had the slave master girl was there and he wanted them. And then he went into how the skull is, the skull scene. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. You want to tell me, man, please. Don't get it twisted. I get into these brothers. I dig in these brothers' ass. But for what? Why do I need to beat a man down that already know his place? I'm not beating no man down. Fuck these boys. I don't mess with these boys. I don't need to talk about boys. I'm lifting my brothers up. I'm not doing that no more. The problem is, and I said this, men cannot fix women. Women have to fix women. And as long as we fall for trigger words, as long as we fall for these lying-ass words about what we not doing and who we not doing and who we teaching and who we raising, there is not one black family right now, household in America, that I can say that's raising. Let me put it to you like this. Because, see, this is another thing. We think about selfish shit. Because somebody told me this. Somebody wrote me a whole paragraph to talk about, well, we raise our kids different. We teach our children. Okay, your children have to go out and meet other children. And your children have to procreate. Unless you're going to have incest in your family, then therefore, I don't know what you keep talking about just your family. Because it's not just with your family. Starting with your family and making sure your family is good, that's the most important thing. Yes, but then we go outwardly. Point blank and simple. We go outwardly. Because my daughter is going to meet a male one day. My son is going to meet a female one day. And I don't want my daughter to meet a male that's attached to the world. And I don't want my son to meet a female that's attached to the world. So I value my people. I sincerely do. I just wanted to get in here and give up some strong vibes this morning to show y'all what was going on in the sky. Oh, the moon is fading, I guess, because they spraying the skies now. But I just wanted to get on here and get some serious vibes this morning, some real high vibes. But this is our home, one of many, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing they can do about it. This is our shit. There's nothing that they can do about it. This is our home. And ain't nobody gonna ever take that shit away from it. I don't care about your invisible God. I don't care about none of that. I tell you what, when something is going wrong with you, call on God or don't call 911. Let's see what happens. Everybody that believe in this mysterious fucking God, as soon as they have a chest pain, as soon as they got a headache, the first thing they do, they're calling on science. See, God come from science. Science don't come from God. See, that's the difference. So they bypass God and go straight to science. When something wrong with their heart, their chest, they can't breathe, they start sweating and shit, then death is knocking at the door. Now all of a sudden, let me call 911. Hey, Doc, can you help me out, Doc? My heart is bothering me. But Doc, I bet you if Doc hung the fucking phone up, if Doc told you to pray to God and hung the phone up on you, I bet you be calling the lawyer, talk about you need to be sued. You be up in arms and angry. He told me to call God. He told me to pray to God. He told me to pray to God. He told me you be up in arms and angry and ready to fuck somebody up, and you be completely out of your mind. You'll be completely gone. If Doc was like, pray to God, he'll fix it. I can't do it. Click. You'll be upset. Totally upset. Well, what? He told me to pray to God. He told me to pray about it. See? That's why I told you you're dealing with children. You grown-ass children. Motherfucker, the Joker just went to the doctor's last week. If you pull up his Instagram pictures and look at him, you can tell he's in the doctor's office. I can guarantee you that. He's in the doctor's office. I can tell you that. When you look at the Instagram pictures, you in the doctor's office. So, your ass is in a... His ass in that fucking doctor's office. You look at his pictures, the motherfucker got eyeglasses on. Bitch, you couldn't see. You went to the eye doctors, didn't you? Or did you pray about it? Hold up. Let me pull up your page. You want to be funny? I'm gonna pull up your page now. I'm gonna pull up your page. You got eyeglasses on. Did God tell you to put them glasses on? Why you ain't pray to God to get that cataract out your fucking eye? Huh? Let me pull this shit up real fast. Let me pull your page up real fast. Hold on, let me see something here. Let me pull your page up. Yeah, boy, you dealing with some real mental issues, bro. You really dealing with some mental issues. Let me see. Yeah, you dealing with some real mental issues, man. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go, man. Y'all having a man. He's speaking on their creator. Yeah, God is a real. God is real funny. Even if I do have a creator, right? We don't have the same creator. Cause I wouldn't even fuck with somebody that would create you like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. If God was to open up the sky and say, I'd be like, yo, bro, you created them. I'd be like, yeah, I would turn to him. I'd be like, yo, listen to me, bro. Listen, let me just make this. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you, guys. I don't have no. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would feel some type of way too. Is that you literally created me against the solar? You created me against the solar system. So you created me against the number one energy source that you put in the cosmos, which is the sun. And I feel some type of way. I would feel some type of way about that. So what type of monstrous game, scientific game is you playing with me? Like I'm like, what type of monstrous game that you would be playing? Because now I would feel more empathy for you. I do. I don't feel empathy to the point that I would sacrifice my children and allow you to enslave me. But I would ask God that question. Like, why would you do this shit to me? Why would you play games with me? Why can't I satisfy my woman like they can satisfy their women? Why is that? Why I gotta walk around? Why I got the small, you know what I mean? Why I gotta be the way that I am and they're not? See, I would have a problem with that. See, because no matter what continent the eukaryotic cell is on, they all smell, look pretty much the same. No matter what continent we on, we all look, smell, and look the same. So I'm just asking. I would have a problem. See, I would ask God that question. Because I would be like, damn, like, first of all, let me just explain this to y'all. A lot of things are being covered up because St. Jude, the cancer, you can pull this up. St. Jude, you can pull up cancer children. It's sad when you look at these images. You know what I'm saying? You can pull up birth abnormalities or gene trap sequences with babies. And you can, and it's the gene trap sequences with babies. All right, hold up. I want to get these images. Right here. See that right there? This is birth abnormalities. Gene trap sequence. Right there. These are two babies born together. You will never see us. Hold on, let me flip this over. You will never see us in these images. Oh, let me get another image. Gene trap sequence. You will never see us. You will never see us. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, mean. Stop playing with me, means. Stop playing with me, means. Stop playing with me, man. Some of y'all ain't eat this morning. I don't know how y'all gonna eat. So y'all think y'all be eating chicken legs? Y'all think y'all be eating chicken? Y'all think y'all be eating motherfucking wing things and little chicken nuggets and shit? Y'all think y'all be fucking kids at McDonald's and shit, thinking y'all eating KFC chicken wings and shit that fly. Now y'all was eating motherfuckers that walk. see, see, I'm, damn right. You know this shit ain't right after all. It's called an Arcadia baby. You can pull it up. Gene trap sequence. Arcadia baby. Hold on, listen. This is. I could go on for days with this shit, bro. I better stop playing with me. I could go on for days with this shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, I could go on for days. Y'all better stop playing with me. I go on for days with this. I can go on for days with this. This is why it's so important not to mix blood. Hold up. Arcadian twins, Arcadians. You could put living Arcadian twins, gene trap sequence. The pictures are so horrific. Look. The pictures are so horrific, right? Look at the pictures. That they actually, yeah, let me see what this jaw look like. Oh, yeah, that's it. Listen, you know what this shit remind me of? And they put it in the movies. The aliens. Aliens, when they was on the ships and they was genetic splicing and shit. Yeah, okay, baby. Okay. Notice you don't see none of us like that, man. We don't have these type of birth abnormalities, man. Like I had the guy, I can't even think of his name. What's his name? Security was telling me, Yoshi. Like when he was trying to tell me about genetic chromosomes and shit. And I'm like, bro, stop playing me, man. But you stop playing with me, man. Seriously. Stop playing with me. We don't have no mutations in our chromosomes. You know what a mutation means, bro? Do you know what a mutation really means, bro? Like a fly all of a sudden give birth to like a honeybee all of a sudden give birth to a fly. It's a mutation, bro. What the fuck, man? You like people. Some of our people, man. Yo, I got to get out of here, my people. I came up here to get some sun, drop this paperwork off, and laugh with my peoples up here. But I'm ready to get up out of here. I just wanted to have some fun, vibe with y'all, throw some high vibes real quick, and share some information with y'all. Yes, these avatars are amazing. You better believe it. We the shit, man. We the shit, and that's why they try to keep us away from knowing who we are. That's why I say, what do black people use 100% of the time that we know less than 1% about? It's our DNA. I need to stop playing with Father God, bro. Man, I told you, man, when you don't have any. All right, let me ask you a question. Let me pull you up here real quick. So, let me see if you want to come up here real quick with me. I'm gonna take a nice walk this morning. The sun. So, let me ask you a question. Why you come to my videos?
Excuse me?
Why do you come to my videos?
Because God hates liars.
So that's why you come to my video? You sound like a robot. Can you hear me?
You sound like a robot too.
All right, so now that's very clear. Now go ahead and talk. What'd you say? I sound like you said I speak what?
You're a liar, and you have no authorization from God to teach what you're teaching.
Okay.
You have not been authorized by a woman, and your ass hasn't been authorized by God.
All right, so let me ask you a question. So what type of authorization do the Pope have?
None.
Okay.
Fraud is illegal.
Okay, so who has authorization to speak about God?
Those who love Jesus Christ.
So only those that love Jesus can speak about God.
Those who follow God, have permission to talk about God. Those that don't follow God have no reason to speak of God.
Okay,
to say anything about God.
All right, so now let me ask you a question then. Why don't God come and tell me that himself?
I am he. I'm telling you myself.
Okay, so
I'm telling you myself.
Hold on. So you are God.
The publisher of peace, the author and the finisher of the Bible, of the scriptures.
No,
yes. I'm the author and the finisher.
No, that's not what I'm asking. asking you. I'm asking. I'm saying that I'm speaking. I'm not speaking about you. I'm talking about God. You're different from God.
No,
So I'm asking you.
no,
God, okay,
we're not different from God.
okay,
You can't separate me from
all right.
God because you're separate. Because you're separate and independent of God doesn't mean everybody else is separate and independent of God.
All right. So no, hold on. No. I'm just trying to get your. I'm trying to get your logic here. So I just want to make sure here. So you're
My
God.
logic revolves around law.
Okay. So hold on. You're God then, right? You're God.
Yes,
Okay. So
yes.
God.
We,
So
we,
God.
we, we,
God.
we,
Hold on for
we
one.
establish a law
Wait.
for my protection.
Wait a second. God is the God. God knows all things, right?
Yeah, like Jesus.
God. So you know all things, right?
Uh, uh, yes, we know. Yeah, we know. What you mean, know all things? Does it say? Does the Bible say that God knows all things? God knows all things that's pertaining to God, not you
Okay.
too.
Okay. Cool. That's pertaining to God. Cool. So now let me ask you a question, right? Well, why would God make a group of people with monkey DNA and other group of people without monkey DNA?
You're saying something that you've been taught,
No. Hold
right?
on. Wait
Where,
a second. Hold on.
where do you
Wait a
get
second.
this information from?
Hold on. Wait. Listen. You can go right in front of your computer and you can ask your doctor because because you can sue them if they lie to you.
Uh,
So,
uh,
so listen.
God can't trust what you're calling a doctor. God can't trust even what you're
Wait.
calling a doctor.
God can't touch a doctor.
What you're calling a doctor isn't a doctor. What you're calling a law enforcement agent
Okay.
isn't a law
I
enforcement
don't
agent.
want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. I just want to get to this. I'm going to get to the crust. Why did God? You can ask. This. Okay. So even if we look at each other, right? Even if me and you look at each other, my
Uh, we don't know why that's important to you, but we know why law is important to God. We're only here to deal with what's important to God, not what's important to you too.
my hair wouldn't be the way it is, and your hair wouldn't be the way it is. So I'm just asking you, why is my hair different from your hair? If God, if you, you're God, so I want to know. Can you explain it to me?
Uh, that can be explained to you when it's needed, when that's needed to be explained. But
No,
right now,
wait a minute,
the
wait.
issue is not the issue is not why your hair is different from other people.
Okay,
That's not the issue.
okay,
The
yeah.
issue is following the law.
Okay, hold on for a second. Hold on. Law is so important to God, which is He shows it in nature. If law is so important to God, which He shows.
So you're saying you don't believe that law is really important to God.
Is important to God.
Riches are uh, uh, what God values.
I should
8-year-old child.
Yeah, there we difference. The difference is you're godless and lawless. You're separate.
Okay, so people.
The difference between we and you is you're independent of God.
Okay, so
You and your species do not depend on God. Have no dependence of God.
Okay, Chris. So
you just have a dependence on God's air. You have a dependence on God's air and energy.
Okay, so hold on. Let me get this right there. So now listen. So people with dark skin and people that hair like this, we are godless. That's what you're saying.
God values His law, not racism.
Okay,
there's no value in racism or speciesism.
Okay, so listen.
In speciesism,
okay,
there's no value in speciesism. Not to God.
Speciesism.
God values law and order.
Speciesism. That's a good word. I like that. Speciesism. I'm gonna put that down. Speciesism. Okay, hold on. So if the way you look wasn't important to God, right? Then while in the Bible it stated that the Son of God, how He looked, hair of wool, skin of bronze. Why would He put that there?
The Bible describes God as the law. God is the law, and He established the law that you love Him. God is not a species.
Okay, listen, speciesism.
A system controlled by the law God has established, a righteous system.
Okay, listen, you are. I think you're having trouble hearing or understanding what I'm saying. So let me ask the question again to you. If when God described His Son Jesus, now do you have any children? Normally, when you have children, your children looks like you.
Everybody in the damn world is my children.
Okay. Hold on, listen. Normally, when you have children, your children replicate and look like you. Now, let me just say this real quick for the people that's in the chat. The people that's in the chat that feel like this is a waste of time, that's on you. You don't have to stay in here. I don't hate this individual. See, you have hatred in your heart. This is why my brother.
God hates liars.
Wait a minute. Let me finish talking, bro. Let me talk to the people.
God hates liars.
Wait a minute. I'm on my platform. Now let me ask the people that's on my platform, and then you can get finished talking.
You're telling me about me. You're telling me your opinion of me.
No,
you're telling me your opinion of me.
I'm not.
I told you me I'm God. Okay, my pronoun is God Almighty, the author and the finisher.
Okay, so
now how can you say something different about when God just introduced you as God? God just introduced you as God, and you saying that God can't be God.
So
because you don't believe you believe God is what woman taught you, that God's an invisible man in the sky who values 10 commandments.
Okay, so now
God's an invisible man in the sky who values his 10 commandments, his constitution.
Okay. So now, can I rebuttal to that? Because I was telling you to hold on.
What does that say about you? You want to rebut God? If you rebut God, what does that say about you?
Now, hold on.
You're God?
Now, what does that say about you that you can't hold an intellectual conversation and be respectful as a grown man? What does that say about you?
Hey, what does that say about you? Thinking that it can be an intellectual conversation held with lies.
So this is
liars cannot have intellectual conversations.
Judges and lawyers do it all the time.
Because all they can sport out is lies.
District attorneys and lawyers do it all the time. You know what the difference is? Maturity. So all I'm saying is,
you know what?
Hold on for 1 second. All I'm saying is that
people you claim a district, they're not even qualified to be called attorneys or lawyers. They don't enforce the law. They have no relationship with law. They shouldn't be called law enforcement.
But yet they have enough.
The scriptures is the law.
But yet they have enough humility in themselves, whereas though that they can control their tongue and have a good conversation. They can have a good conversation. a mature
What you
conversation.
mean? How you mean liars cannot control their tongue? Liars have no control over their tongue. Somebody else that they got their lie from is controlling their tongue.
See, the problem
You borrow somebody else's lie. You borrow somebody else's lie, and you're trying to teach somebody else's lie as if it's the gospel. It's the honest to God truth. That's terrorism. That's a form of terrorism. Teaching lies like they're the honest to God truth.
Didn't you just say liars can't stop talking?
Clearly, they can't. False witnesses will utter lies. God can't stop talking, but he's not uttering lies. He's not uttering lies like a false witness will.
Yeah, but
We ain't uttering lies.
go ahead, I'm gonna let you fit.
False
Let you fit. Go ahead.
witness utter lies. False witness will utter lies. That's all we hear you doing is uttering lies. About what are you saying, woman, God taught you all these things? You got all this divine information from the woman? Who are you getting your information from? You can't say it's God, Father God. You can't say it's Father God who's giving you your information. Can you? Ain't no invisible man in the sky giving you no information about the 10 Commandments. Zah. And neither is the woman. Zah. Exactly.
You done?
You're not finna start lying again, are you? We're done, and we'll let you talk long as you don't give your opinion of me, of God. Long as you can speak without giving an opinion of God.
All right, so now let me ask you a question. Now, if genetics wasn't important to God, then why did he describe how Jesus looked in the Bible?
If law wasn't important to God, why was God murdered for blasphemy?
How did God get murdered? That was Jesus. That was his son.
Well, if you study the Bible, you will come to actually the Bible implies God came down posing as his only begotten son, because if he came down as God at first, he would have been murdered for blasphemy. Then you and the world will have no room for repenting.
So, isn't that only?
It was Jesus, right? Right? You agree it was Jesus she murdered, right?
Listen, if you're not gonna let me respond, I'm gonna take you off of here, man. Because you're not gonna just overtalk the conversation. I'll let you get all your shit in, man. Like, so now listen. So God came down in the form of Jesus, his son. That's a contradictory within itself. So then he lied to the people and want to die. Nobody got to cry for all these people to feel so much empathy for him about something that he's never going to experience. But all of the people are experiencing chemical triggers within their bodies that are lowering their lymphatic system as well as their lymphatic system. It's weakening their immune system. So why would he lie about it?
It's called for so he could give mercy. His plan of salvation. His plan of salvation. Right, God posing as his son it's part of the plan of salvation. which covers you can do without mercy and salvation with you and your people, because clearly your people and God's people are two different types of people.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Well, you explain it.
All right. Listen. Well, you couldn't answer
The
my
people
question.
you value, you value. Why do you value people? Why do you value people? Did you create them? Did you create the people the way they are? Why you value people, not the law?
What's the law? What's the law?
Exactly. So you're saying you're lawless.
What's the law?
So you're saying you don't. So you're saying you don't follow law.
To answer the question, what's the law?
So so you're saying you don't follow law because you have to know the law to follow the law, right?
What's the law? I'm asking.
You're saying you have to know the law to follow the law, right? So you're admitting that you don't follow law, right?
What's the law? What's the law?
That's crazy.
What's the law?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What's the
You don't know what the law is? You don't know what the law is?
What's the law?
Do you follow the law?
Tell me what the law is so I can tell you if I follow
The
it.
name of the law, the name of the 10 Commandments is Jesus.
So that's what it is. The law is the 10 Commandments.
Jesus.
So the law
name
is
of
the 10.
the law is Jesus.
So the law is the 10 Commandments, or the law is Jesus? Which one is it?
Hey, you can't separate them from. You can't separate them. They're not two different. They're not two different anything. You know, Jesus is called the Word of God.
Okay, so
you know that.
So
Jesus is called the Word of God. The Word of God is the law of God.
Okay, so
right?
the 10 Commandments. So the 10 Commandments is the law.
Exactly.
Okay, so I don't need to be told that thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not rape.
What you mean you don't need? You not only need to be told it, you need not to do it. You need not to do it. What the fuck you mean you don't need to be told it? You need not to do it.
You don't need.
You need just not to do it.
You don't need to tell.
You saying you don't need to be told to obey the law, and you don't need to be forced to obey the law.
Man, you don't talk to me. I don't need to see. My people didn't drop bombs and wars and kill and murder on every continent we went.
These people, these are people who pretending. These are evil people pretending to be at war with each other when all they are in war is with Jesus. They're at war against Jesus. And the only one we found on Jesus' side is the Word of God. The Word of God is the only person on Jesus' side. God. The Word of God is the only person on Jesus' side. The rest of you are in a rebellious, are in a revolutionary rebellion against Jesus' justice.
All right, man. Listen, I had enough with you, man. I tried to have a conversation with you. It's not healthy for neither one of us, but I like to have this conversation. See, I'm not like other people, so let me get up out of here. Have an amazing day. So anyway, let me just tell y'all people, whenever I'm on my live and I'm speaking to somebody, I don't look at these people like you want me to look at these people. I don't do that, because our brothers and sisters always drop crop circles, always left messages for them. I empathize for them. I don't empathize to them to the point that I'm willing to sacrifice my consciousness or my physical vessel for them. That's why I read and take care of myself. But in the end of the day, these people are suffering from a high level of cognitive reality, dealing with reality. And trigger word, because trigger words put children inside of a box. So the moment that he mentioned Jesus, the moment that he mentioned love, the ideology that was given to me. But that's not the case at all. It's not that I don't love them. I actually love myself and value them if they show value to me. And I don't see any value in dealing with Jesus. for me or my species. So that's the end of the day. And they can't answer the question. So therefore, I like to show that to children, because children are the most species on this planet. And I like to show them when I'm having, they get angry, they get upset, they overtalk you, they don't want to have, they can't defend their belief system, because it's a belief, it's nothing true. Like I said, what's law? You don't know what law is. Just constantly, instead of somebody asking me a question about anatomy, I get right to it. I ask me another question, I get right to it. I get right to it. I don't have to go back and forth about something. We get right to it. This is how we move on a conversation. This is how you know you're dealing with someone that not only knows what he's practicing, but can also convey what he's practicing to all levels of life, or of levels of intelligence. See what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know what they're practicing. They're just practicing it off of blind faith. They say walk with blind faith when it's come to dealing with God. And I'm not blind. I'm never going to be blind. I'm using all three of my eyes. I'm using the one that has been asleep for quite some time. So therefore, when you're dealing with these type of people, it's very important to show children, because children are by themselves, and children get manipulated 9 times out of 10 by themselves. Women get abused 9 times out of 10 when they're by themselves. You understand what I'm saying to you? So when children are by themselves, they get abused and they get manipulated. So when they dealing with someone like that and they hear my video, they be like, no, Kala asked this question, or no, Kala asked this question, Kala asked that question, Kala asked that question. And now when you keep asking these same questions over and over and they can't answer them, but yet I can answer any question when it comes down to genetics, DNA, chemistry, physics, when I can answer any question when it comes down to that, but yet you can't answer me any questions about the nigga that you serving and you bending your knees to and you talk about as the greatest thing that ever walked on this planet. That's a problem. I value, I appreciate you, abundance and gratitude to you all. Y'all all have an amazing, supreme, cosmic start to your day.